Okay, hey everybody, in the fish room again today, and we're going to be looking at sponge mops. Well, a sponge mop, maybe more than one. Okay, hey everybody, in the fish room again today, and we're going to be looking at sponge mops. Well, a sponge mop, maybe more than one. But long story short, someone gave me this sponge mop that they had made and said, what do you think about it? Try it out, see how it does for you, working on a design or something. And so let's look at it, and I'll try it in some different tanks and see how it does. First off, I know my prey cocks are spawning. I've got a couple mops that I pulled the last few days with them that they've been spawning, so I'll start it off in there. But let's just kind of look at it and see how it's made. Okay, excuse my crude table here, but just using the bottom of a styro here to kind of show you. And it's a basic design, in concept, I guess. It's got a ping pong ball there as a flotation device, and I don't know why in my mind I like the fact that it's green. Kind of, thinking using a white ping pong ball would scare the fish off or whatever, but I see people use like fishing floaters and stuff. But a green ping pong ball, acrylic yarn, the dark green color, that's a good color there. Looks like they've tied it with fishing line, a monofilament fishing line, and they've got, wherever it went, they've got this monofilament line connected here with a couple small corks on it, and I was told this is so that I can adjust it to where it hangs in the tank. I'm not sure how that works. I'll have to play around with it and see. I don't know if like you hang this over the tank or if this floats too, because I'm thinking if that floats, it's going to float. And this adjustment, I don't understand that. The material, the acrylic yarn, feels like good quality yarn. Let me look at it a little closer, not through the camera, to get a better view of it, and I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, it looks pretty good. It's the length that I would use for like a 10-gallon tank. Let's show you this tank over here. There's a 10-gallon floating. It's at the bottom there. So it's the length of a 10-gallon. Actually, it'd be floating about there. And it's got about 35 to 40 strands here. So it's a little thinner than what I normally make mine, but it should work fine. I usually make mine with about 100 strands, just so they're a little thicker, because on a thicker mop, the fish that get the eggs deep inside, it's less likely that the adults will come back and dig inside looking for the eggs to eat. A thinner mop will leave eggs more available on the outside. But I think this will do fine. Let's test it out and see. I'll put it in the prey cox tank and see how it behaves, how they take to it, and we'll check it tomorrow. Okay, there it is, just going in like it is. This thing here, maybe in a high flow tank, I'm not sure how that would work. maybe in a high flow tank that you put your lid over it and it keeps it from flowing off somewhere. I'm not sure. Looks like the fish are already entertained by it. Let's see if we can drop down there and see. I was not intending to film this tank, honestly, so it's got water spots on it. And apparently snail eggs. But it floats good. The yarn drapes well. So we'll give them a day and take it back tomorrow to see if we have eggs. Alright, so there are eggs everywhere through this mop, and you know, it's been in there for at least 24 hours. I thought that since I normally make my mops a little thicker, that they would get to these eggs and eat them all, but it is covered up with eggs. So let's get these into a tray to hatch and come back and tell you what my thoughts of it. It's a few days later and I'm editing the video, and honestly I forgot to come back and give the ending and my thoughts on the spawning mop. I can't believe I called it a sponge mop for the first part of the video. I had sponge filters on my brain. Anyways, when I initially got the mop and I agreed to try it out, I didn't think that I would like it. I didn't think it would do good, and I was really surprised. I pulled 35 eggs from that mop. That's more than I had for my other mops. So it's getting me to think that I might change the design of my mops and make them a little thinner, especially, you know, specifically for my prey cocks. And I'll try it on other tanks and see how they do also. But that was a really good turnout, not turnout, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but a really good results off that mop. And I still don't know what the little string, how to use it, so I'm gonna have to do some follow-up on that and ask the person I got it from, maybe to give me a demonstration on how that's supposed to work. But I like it. I like the design. In my brain, the ping pong ball is a big chunky thing, and I've been using cork, so I don't know, I might switch to ping pong balls. I may leave it doing cork. I'm going back and forth on changing my design based on this, but you know, it was really good. I liked it, and I'm gonna keep using that mop and maybe adapt some of my existing mops to fit its design more too. So, what's your thoughts on spawning mops? Have you used them, and what's your favorite design? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you later.